Hope you're doing well. There's a heck of an echo in here. If you can hear it, let me know. I might have to move positions. We are in a moment where I have covered quiet quitting, then quiet firing, and now we have something happening called dry promotions. Why is this on a real estate channel? Well, first off, it's very important to understand that as companies are finding it harder and harder to keep employees motivated, what's going to happen next is that they're going to start losing employees, getting rid of employees, and that pressure, that stress on the national workforce is going to flow slowly into real estate. As unemployment numbers rise, as people get more frustrated with their jobs, their supervisors, their coworkers, that frustration actually flows, that negative energy, into the real estate market. It's actually one great way to be able to project out into the future what is going to happen with the real estate market. A lot of real estate investors, they focus on things like the local economy. Are there businesses coming in? A lot of people have been burned in the real estate investment arena because they have bet on real estate purchases, land purchases in areas where Amazon or Tesla was going to put up a gigafactory or a distribution center, only to find out that that company pulled the plans away, yanked it away. Some people have purchased properties in places in states like Iowa where they're seeing massive shutdowns of companies like the town's largest employer. We saw this in 2015, really, with the shale boom blowing up in the Dakotas, and all of a sudden, the subsequent bust. So what I'm doing is going a little deeper and projecting what's happening with companies that are what they're doing with their employees. And the quiet quitting and quiet firing scenario is a big deal. Now we have something called dry promotions. Now I've got this story out of Money Watch that I want to go over. It's entitled Congratulations. You just got a dry promotion, no raises included. It says, dry promotions, is a workplace promotion really a promotion if it doesn't come with a raise? The short answer is no, but that ain't stopping a growing share of US employers from offering workers what's known as a dry promotion. Also known as a no raise promotion, a dry promotion is when a worker gets an upgraded title and more job responsibilities, but without an upgrade in compensation. Now, this trend isn't new, but tends to resurface when the economy is not doing well. Very important to know. These trends that we're seeing, it's to the point where companies are doing this quiet firing where they're frustrating or stressing out their employees on purpose so that they will leave, so that they don't have to pay their compensation. Think about where this economy is going, where it is based off of where it is right now. When these stories come out, these should give real estate investors a signal, a clear signal to the health of the economy, which will then later translate to the health or the lack thereof of a real estate market. It says, like a bar that doesn't serve alcohol, dry promotions lack the heady ingredients that most clearly signals how much a business values an employee: money. So how would workers respond when their bosses ask them to take on a greater role without also getting a bump in salary? They should reply by negotiating, and then negotiating more. This is from Ray Smith, Wall Street Journal reporter who wrote the piece, told CBS News, and basically they can say, okay, I'd like to do this, I'd like to take it on, but let's talk about a salary increase. They go on in the story to talk about women that are having issues here and stuff like that. But what I want to take away from this is companies always are looking to maximize profits. And most of that comes in the form of maximizing you, the employee. If you don't own your own business, you are a slave to your supervisor, to your boss, to the job. And it's a rough place to be in. A lot of people choose to be in that because they don't want the headaches of owning your own business, employing other people and things like that. I totally get it. I'm all for, if you feel that way, then have a side hustle on the weekends where you buy and sell things from garage sales. Make lots of money. The easiest way right now from $20 to $10,000 over a summer is buying and selling things at thrift stores and a garage sale. Honestly, there's so much money to be made there, it's insane. However, we are in a moment where we are seeing these headlines coming out. 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, it was super hard for most companies to find good employees. There are a lot of people living off the government dime, just like they did back in Roman times. Artists had depicted young people sitting at the steps of the city buildings, eating grapes, and the artist was trying to portray that these young people were choosing not to work. They were just sitting and playing, and they were enjoying the benefits of the social programs that the Romans had when the Rome ran the world. See, these social programs are norms. And these are things that for a time can be extremely frustrating to investors. But you have to understand, there is a flip side, there is a consequence. And the only thing keeping the actions of the government, the actions of companies that are doing these quiet firings or dry promotions, and the end all be all last result is the actual event that happens, the crash or correction, and that is time. Once you realize that, then you get super, super pumped. And if you are, let me ask you this, how many people are real estate investors, type 1? And how many people, type 2, if you want to be a real estate investor? And type 3, if you have no interest in real estate at all? I'm just curious, as we've got about 275 people on right now. I'm curious where everybody's at. The reason why I ask these questions is because even for seasoned real estate investors, and I've only been doing this since 2001, but that is longer than a lot of people, right? The reason why I ask is because it can be very frustrating. And here's the other thing. For some people that don't want to invest in real estate at all, I want you to understand this. There's never been an easier way to become wealthy and to become financially independent between the cash flow and the appreciation. But it's knowing when to get in and to get out. That's the big key. I am mostly out of real estate. As a matter of fact, real estate makes up a very small percentage of my net worth right now. It's in other things like gold, Bitcoin, silver, cash, right? And those things are doing really well. That's real estate stagnates. But during this crash, I will be moving all into real estate, and that will be very, very exciting. Keep looking at what's going on with companies and how they're treating their employees, the migrant crisis, all those kind of things. It's going to ultimately lead to the demise of the U.S. industrial complex. And it's not that it's going to be over forever. It's going to go through a massive dip. And that's when we want to be ready. Hey, I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm going to put a link down to the newsletter. People are diving in, and it's going to bring people, I believe, a lot of great answers, especially coming into this summer. We're taking your advice. We're asking you questions, and the questions are stacking up, and I'm going to be able to lead to so much better videos because I want to answer your questions, because that's what's important. Hope you got something out of this. The Real Estate Ninja is out.